Let me say good day to everybody. It's Thursday, and I want to appreciate God again in your life for this privilege to share with you. Secondly, I want to appreciate those who called, those who are, checking up on us, asking why have we not have this class or this session for about 2 weeks. And it's so simple. Anytime we have special programs, we put on hold any of our session, any of our classes online. And we've just finished two of our programs. One ran for 6 days, the other one for 3 days. The first one was the Almighty, a teaching and prophetic meeting. And the second one was specifically for young people, even though I still believe that parents can learn from it. So if you have missed any of those programs, please do visit our social media platforms at Obadebola Praise or the Imagemakers World. And that's why it's important for you to follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to it. Same thing also go for Facebook. So that anytime we have a program, the essence is for you to be notified. I also want to encourage as many that are following us for now, please be encouraged to help us to always share our content, because I can guarantee you there's so many people out there that are struggling with this truth and they are looking for answers to this truth. So you helping us to share to your various platforms will go a long way. For instance, we'll be starting a series on red flag. We have thought about it before. As a matter of fact, we had a particular class for months concerning red flags in relationship, and then God said we should share about it again. And I believe that somebody somewhere needs to hear it. There's a lot of people who are into relationship. Coincidentally, we have what we called movie nights in my house, and then yesterday was not the day we're supposed to have movie night, and then we stumbled on a Nigerian film, Nollywood, and this particular story is so interesting because it can help you as a guy, it can help you as a girl, a lady, a gent, a boy, a girl, male, female, child, whatever you want to call yourself. Mind you, let me say again, this platform is called Relationship Talk with Oba. So if you have any question concerning your relationship, you can drop it at the comment box. Any issue with your marriage, people inbox me a lot. Yes, I know privacy, but it will also encourage somebody somewhere when they see people comment, when people respond to our video, respond to our posts. That being said, so the film, this particular couple, when I say couple, they're not yet married. Now, let me be specific. I believe I'm talking to believers. I believe I'm talking to children of God. Yes, unbelievers can learn from it. Can learn from the things I will teach, the things I will share every day with you. Here's one problem that I have today, and I know it didn't start today, and I know it will still continue because some of you will not learn. Cohabiting, friends with benefits, camping, sleeping with each other when you're not married will always end in misery, will always end in series of problems, series of woes. I know you will not listen. I know you will not hear me. Many have done that and have failed, and many have killed themselves, many have run into depression. As a matter of fact, let me tell you the truth. Some also have gotten married, but there is always a consequence that you will pay even when you are married to that person. You are married to that person. And that's why I always tell people, if you're already doing that, then you need to come and you need to chat me up. I will tell you way out, because because it is not right. It is ungodly for you to do that. It always ends. Why do you have many breakups today? It broke my heart. Who broke your heart? But the one that is stupid that allowed it. So this movie was, it's an interesting movie because we thought, okay, this Nigerian movie, but at the end of the day, we watched it till daybreak because there was a lot of lessons to learn there. One, they started cohabiting just because the lady had an issue that the issue was had kidney problem and she needed a kidney. The long and short of the story is the guy, gave the girl the kidney. Everybody ran away. Everybody was scared. All those things like that. The guy who thought because of the smartest of the girl, the way she looks fine, she looks decent, I can surrender my one kidney to her. Also in the movie, there are other ladies that have been coming to meet the guy, showcase themselves to the guy. The guy said no to them. She's not interested except for this lady. Unfortunately also, yes, he gave his kidney to the lady, but the lady does not love him. Hope you are listening to this story. Again, because of gratitude, because of pity, the lady now succumb to say, I will be your girl. Not because she's in love with him, just because of pity, because of commitment. Unfortunately also, the guy is not ambitious. So those are the things I'll be talking to you about, red flags. But the lady is ambitious. The guy is a teacher. The guy studied electrical engineer, and then he is teaching in the school as a mathematics teacher. And the girl is ambitious. The girl is a law student. The girl wants something better for himself, for herself, and then for the man is cohabiting with. The girl has given opportunity to the guy to get better employment, use influence to go look for where the man will get a better job. The man will refuse. The girl is in question is earning more than him. Yes, they are living comfortable according to him, but he is not ready to move forward. He's not ready to expand. He's not ready. He's not ambitious. Doesn't have any vision about anything. As a matter of fact, he's just a teacher in the school. His goal is to be the principal of the school, not to own the school, not to go for or study and what have you. But the lady wants more. Long and short of the story is, one way or the other, another guy came into the picture. Already made up, loves the lady at first instance. But because the lady is committed to the other guy, long and short of the story, the guy got bitter because at the end of the day, love conquers all. Now, I want us to understand something. When you are dating anybody, there are signposts. There are things, there are difficult questions to ask. There are things that you must look out for in order for you not to, enter problems tomorrow. We are always told to stay clear of people who exhibit red flags in relationship. But exactly what common signs should we be looking out for? Whether it's a guy, whether it's a girl, whether it's a long-term boyfriend, girlfriend, there are things that they are warning signs. People who have gotten married to a beast. At the end of the day, they are blaming God. What are red flags? Relationship red flags are warning signs that there may be unhealthy patterns or behaviors between you and your partners. Now, oftentimes, especially in new relationship, just lust and love can cloud your judgment, making it difficult to pick up on red flags. if you have not been trained, or if you have not trained yourself to be able to know the difference between, to be objective, even though when you have feelings. Somebody told one years ago, Deborah, I love you. I love you. And I say, Madam, be objective about this, your love. And then she was asking me, what do I mean by that? Do not allow your feeling to cloud your judgment. There are things that is not working. And because it's not working, just common sense. Common sense. Unfortunately, these days, common sense is not common. Just like the story I told you just now, she was not in love with the guy. It was just commitment. As a matter of fact, in the film that I watched, because there was another guy in the picture, the girl was already waiting. Now, the guy had not proposed to her. They were just cohabiting, having sex together, doing like husband and wife. No bride price. As a matter of fact, the guy has not gone to go and see his people. Okay, let me say friends. We know to familiarize what's happening over there. The guy has not done anything. Has not done anything. Now, at the end of the day, there's a need for us to understand more well-known red flag may be abusive behavior and aggression. However, some red flags in relationship are easy to miss. Toxic behavior like manipulation, gaslighting, narcissism can slip under our radar. Now, I'm mentioning these things because in these next few weeks, possibly months, I'll be sharing with us, for singles to be specific, red flags, things that you must not miss. As a matter of fact, I was reminded recently by one of my mentors, in the person of Pastor Dr. Olumide Manuel. He said, every now and then, if you have decided to go into dating or to courting as a child of God, there is always, you must create room for conversation. You must create the essence of the conversation to find out what is happening, what will happen. These days, most people are always clouded by their feeling. They have not trained themselves to be objective in their feeling. Meaning, love will always fade out. When I say love is always fade out, is love can fade out and love cannot fade out, depending on how you work on it. Why do you think many today are enduring their marriage instead of enjoying their marriage? Because the love they love in the marriage is soured. And that's why I always tell people, even your marriage, you need to deliberately make investments. You need to deliberately put pepper, put onions, put Maggi, to sweeten it every now and then. And in that area, if you need me to teach you on how to put pepper, put Maggi, spice up your marriage again, chat me up. There's a number you have seen on the screen before. There's a number you see on the collar. It's on WhatsApp. Call, chat me up, and I will teach you. Don't forget, counseling is free. Consultation isn't free. So number one sign, as a child of God, don't forget, as a child of God, signs that you must look out for as a child of God. Number one, a relationship with God is not a priority for that person. If you are into courting, if you are into relationship with someone and you are a child of God, their relationship with God, if it's not a priority, then that's a red flag. If God is not the most important for the person you are interested in, or you are going out with, or you are dating or courting, that should be your first and biggest red flag. It is scriptural. It is written in the Bible. These days, I see people, move with unbelievers. People moving with I'm not talking about, how will I say it now? I'm not trying to burst any bubbles, person's bubble. Muslim, Christian, it will not work because there's a lot of division. The belief system is different, the tradition is different, the mindset is different, the childhood is different. There's a lot of things that is different. I, for one, I always counsel people. I don't have any problem with any tribe. Marriage serves as an embodiment of, a lot of complication that it could be averted if there are some things that are put in place. Olumide Manuel, also one of my mentors. I have plenty mentors, I have plenty fathers, and I post about them any day, anytime. People like my father, Pastor Kingsley Okoronkwo, the best of the best. When I say the best of the best, I love him so much because he has what I want, even though he doesn't know me. Hallelujah. That's the set man for David Christian Center. So you understand what I'm trying to say? So Olumide Manuel said something, said, marriage is an everlasting jail. So for you to be married to a guy, it means you have sentenced yourself to everlasting prison. So it is important for you to choose, that's how you put it, it's important for you to choose your jail partner. But many today have not received sense. You see them cohabiting, you see them following an unbeliever, dating an unbeliever. Do you know that it's even difficult for you, okay, you want to settle down, you're a Pentecostal person, because there's a division also already in the church. They want to go and marry an Anglican. There will be an issue. If things are not settled, even, yes, two of you are Christians, but the principles, the doctrines, all those things matter a lot. And then you're not even talking about Christianity, you're now going to other side, marrying a Muslim, marrying an ATR person, African traditional religion. I don't have any problem with that, but as a child of God, it's a no-no. But in this case, what I'm trying to talk about is, if the number one priority of that person is not about God, that's your biggest and the first red flag. Because as followers of Christ, our first priority should be the Lord. Before you begin a relationship, it is important that both you and the person that you are interested in are attached to the Lord and deeply devoted to Him. This is the only way to ensure that you will have a lasting foundation based on true love. Listen, and listen good. Marriage is not a bed of roses. Marriage is not for lazy people. Marriage is an institution by God, and you can't afford to do it outside of God. So when you're starting any relationship with anybody that intends to lead to marriage, the first priority should be the person that instituted that marriage. But many today, maybe desperation, maybe tribe, maybe some stupid things in their head, they don't listen to the instruction. At the end of the day, they are blaming God, they are blaming the devil. And I dare to say today, you are the person to blame. He broke my heart, she broke my heart. You are the one that is fooling yourself to think you can break God's principle. So number one red flag is your priority should be God. Your priority should be God. Your priority shouldn't be any other. You can't give true love if your first have not experienced it. If you have not experienced it, and the only way you can experience true love is through Jesus, because Jesus is the only source of true love. I told you before, it will shock you. Love will sour, because love can sour. The same way soup does sour, love can sour. So be careful. Number two, maybe I just share 3 with us, then as I'll be sharing every week. If you don't have special program, you will see it. Let me also first by saying this is important. Follow us on our social media platforms so that you can get this thing. We have audiobooks that you need to listen to. You need to grow as a child of God. You need to grow in your relationship. Unfortunately, we have many baby Christians that are tossed to and fro by doctrines, by so many things. Listen, we are in the last days, though. We are in the last days, and there's a lot of fake prophet, fake pastor, fake teachers, fake evangelists, fake apostle, fake people out there, people that have mystic powers, use charm, use demonic powers to to steal a lot of things from people, lie to them, and unfortunately, you have itching ears. So people that want to tell you lies is what I'm looking for. This kind of programs, this kind of platform, the people don't want to listen. You are talking about relationship. You need counsel. You're not ready to listen to counsel. You want to pray, and you are praying. You are doing something else. How? I dare to say to you again today, prayer is not the only thing that you need. Prayer is one. Other things are there. In the multitude of counsel, I would say there is safety. Number two, their actions don't usually match their words. Don't forget relationship red flags. There are things that you need to see. When you see them, there are signposts to say, this man is not worth it. This woman is not worth it. Number one, I said, their priority. Their priority should be one, God. Number two, their action don't usually match their words. Another thing that is important to notice is the behavior and words of the person you are dating, you are courting. If they struggle to keep their words, constantly go back on what they say, or make a habit of breaking promises, this is a sign of a major character flaws. He can't keep to his word. She can't keep to his word. Even if they are followers of Christ, these kind of traits demonstrate immaturity in their ability to live out their commitments. It may seem like a small issue right now, but this will only grow with time. There are people I've seen, they can't own up to their words. They will say something and mean another thing. They will say something and they will do another thing. So even if they are followers, let me stress that again, of Christ, these kind of traits demonstrate immaturity. Now, it may look as if, no, it will change. Excuse me, nobody changes. Nobody changes. Marriage amplifies our behavior, so you should be careful. They will only grow in time. So, and if it is not addressed, it will become a huge stumbling block in the growth and the progression of your marriage. Don't be blinded by these signs. Anything you observe that this person is not doing well, don't forget, I said from the beginning, you should give room to conversation. You should give room to sit down. Okay, this I observe, this is not working. Do not be desperate to the extent that you see the sign, you see the warning sign, you still put your head and say, oh, she will change. Oh, he will change. Nobody change. You are not the changer. God is the changer. No man can change you. No man can change you. The person who needs to change must see him or herself for the change. He must be willing to change. If he or she is not willing to change, even God himself cannot change that person. And I can assure you, I can tell you for free, many today are not willing to change. Have you not heard sayings like, now so will be for our family. Okay, this is how we are in our family. Have you not heard it before? That person is not willing to change. And if you this is your coconut head, you are hearing somebody telling you that this is how we are in our family, and you still want to put your head, no, run. You run. But today, people don't run now. They love in their head, they shack them. So understand this, if this is not addressed, it will become a huge stumbling block in the growth and the progression of your marriage. This is not something to be overlooked or taken lightly. Their actions don't usually match their words. Red flag, signs to watch out for. Number 3, the last one for today, I will continue next week. Their closest friends are not committed to the Lord. Association matters a lot. Your friends can mar you or can make you grow. Your friends can limit you. Your friends can push you forward. The friends you keep. Bible says a companion of fools come to ruin. Now understand, many might say that we don't just have Christian people surrounding us at all times. And I agree. We may not be able to control who surrounds us, but we can manage who gets close to us. I boast about this any day, anytime. There was a time in my life I was sorting out I needed people in my life because I know there's a power of people. There's a particular, I was reading online one day and I saw a particular update and I said the rich people understand this power. People, I dare to say to us this day again, the problem we have with Christianity today, we don't know how to unite, bring ourselves together, form and have a formidable force. We like to do things individually. Now, I'm not trying to contradict myself. I am pick. As a matter of fact, let me stress this today. I am pick people that come close to me. There was a time I was going to people's house, I was going to family's house. I needed to relate, I needed to be a family and all that, and it wasn't working. There's a saying in Yoruba, say a dog that follows, a ram that follows a dog, we eat feces. There's no how. And there was a story that was told years ago that I can't remember vividly, that this dog will always follow the goat, 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 grew up with the goat. Till one day, the dog, instead of barking, was now, I don't know what they called goat, was now doing like a goat. I'm sure most of you that are listening to me have listened to watch The Lion King. When Pumbaa, no, it's not Pumbaa, that's the young lion. When Mufasa had died, I think Mufasa has died, he didn't know it was a lion until he saw himself through the mirror of the water. He got afraid. Many of us are like that today. The friends who keep matters a lot. So their closest friends are not committed. When you have people that are around you, I have to stress the issue of friendship association for you to understand what I'm trying to say. If the person you are courting, if the person you are interested in, if the person you want to date or you are dating already, if the friends he or she keeps close to him or herself, how dare you meet this person in the club and you expect something else tomorrow? You expect him, you expect her to change. How dare you meet this man drinking, or the people that surround themselves drinking and smoking, and you want to change him tomorrow? How? So when we see Jesus' ministry, we see that, as an example, we see that he spent so much time with sinners, and that was his heart and focus. But with whom he shared intimate moments were the disciples. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. When I was growing up as a pastor, close to 30 years ago, young people's ministry, up till now, I made a statement. I said nobody can influence me, because as at that time, I've understood my ministry. I've understood what God has called me to be. Yes, I was still growing, and I said nobody can. I was in the midst of those who were smoking, boys that were smoking, boys that were playing, because I have a football academy. And somebody reminded me years later that I said something like that. I said, have I changed? He said, no. So Jesus understood this. But when it comes to intimacy, when it comes to sharing, when it comes to people that he can open up to, it was his disciple. When someone only has close, intimate friendship with people that are not believers, it actually tells a lot about who the person is. This can often be a sign of their own level of commitment to the Lord. Be careful. Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupt good morals. I didn't say so. Evil company corrupt good habits. 1 Corinthians 15:13. So it is encouraged to be close and mentor those who are trying to win the Lord by our own life example. But when they are the only friends we have, that is when it becomes dangerous territory. Don't forget, the Bible warns us of this by saying, do not be deceived. Don't be stupid. Don't be a fool. Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habit. Let me stop with that today. We'll continue next week. We have 2 programs coming up. I don't know how God wants to do it. Maybe a weekly program, or we'll change our program, or a special program. The Nobodies one, the Unpopular 2, and then there's a praying program that I want to put in place. The demon of poverty. The demon of poverty. I'm sure God has you in mind. I am praying for you. I don't know the relationship to which you are right now. Maybe it's working for you, it's not working for you, or it's working against you already. You're already depressed, you already lost a lot of things, you are cohabiting, all those things I've spoken to you before. Do not lay a wrong foundation for your marriage that you know the consequence will be everlasting. I can tell you for free, people who are cohabiting, later got married, they are reaping the consequence. Listen, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sow, you will reap. You will reap. So be careful. I want to beg of you again, help us to share this content. There's a wonderful program on WhatsApp that we started about a month ago. Praying program, 30 minutes. I'm sure you see the flyer on the screen. Praying, we call it the family altar time. We had it wonderful yesterday, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, West African time, just for 30 minutes to pray about your family as God leads us. So join us next week. If you're interested, just say hi to that number. That's the number on the caller, and they will add you to the platform. We have various platforms on social media that you can join. We have platform for young people. We have platform with the church that can post your videos. Platform that you can post prayers that we are always praying for people. Call it there's let's talk about the gospel of Jesus Christ. Youth preaching for young people. We have dangerous prayers. We have home zone for the matured. We have relationship talk. We have even the one for comedy. The Bible says laughter is good medicine for the bone. So we have a lot of platforms, social media that you can join. But the first step is for us to connect with us, follow us on our page, and then you can see those platforms you can join. So because on a daily basis, I dare boast about it to the glory of God. We have posting, we have prayers, we have encouragement that we do on a daily basis. I can't afford to miss it. We have TikTok now. TikTok, one of the latest social media platform. Our programs are there. Our posts are there. Instagram is there. This is why I'm mentioning all these things, because sometimes Facebook makes things difficult for us. Blocks us and give us issues, and then we don't know what to do. But the other platforms are there that you can join. God bless you once again. See you next week. Shalom.